we at Autocar bring you something really special. A vehicle that's fast, fun, it's got serious amounts of power. No, I'm not talking about this gypsy. What I'm talking about is the INS Kankarso. If you've never heard of it, you must be one of the good guys. If you happen to be a pirate ship operating off the coast of India or Africa, it's a name you'll never forget. Why? That's because Cankarso is the same pirate hunter that sunk a Somali pirate ship off Lakshadweep last year. The crew were rescued and the pirates arrested, of course, but Cankarso got its bad rep. The INS Kankar is no ordinary Navy ship. Designed to take on a very specific role, it's a boat engineered to meet a very contrasting set of demands. Built specially for the Navy by Garden Reach shipbuilders and engineers in Kolkata, it's a boat designed to deal with all manner of shallow water threats. It's fast, it's maneuverable, well armed for its role, and has the ability to sail in water no more than 3 meters deep. Like all petrol craft, the Cankarso has also been designed to have massive endurance and range, which of course means a massive fuel tank. And therein lies the engineering challenge. Built to have a deadly combination of speed, range and agility, these craft are also known as the grey Ferraris of the sea. Now the Indian Navy knows that we at Autocar like some hardcore driving. So they've invited us over and they want to show us something called hardcore sailing. It's the middle of the monsoon, the seas are like the Rocky Mountains, and the Navy is running us at around 35 knots in their jet-powered boat. It's just insane. Running in seas that would otherwise crush a luxury yacht like a paper ball, these ships are built tough. Chassis stiffness plays a big role here too. There are 42 U-shaped ribs that hold the hull together, and that means they operate with full effectiveness up to sea state 4, which in layman terms means waves the height of buses. Now just like a sports car that uses plenty of aluminium in its construction, this boat uses a lot of aluminium too. It wants to be light, it wants to be fast, so this superstructure where we're standing, this is actually made of aluminium. This 48 meter long and 7.5 meter wide boat is positively gigantic when you compare it to machines we normally test. But while it is as large as a block of flats, the hull is pretty slippery, and that helps Cankarso reach a speed of 35 knots or 65 kilometers an hour, which is very quick on water. Now what's unique about this boat is that it doesn't have a rudder or traditional propellers. It's all done through jets. There are 3 of them and they help you steer the boat. Which is what allows the ship to operate in water just 3 meters deep. So it could theoretically sail right into your local swimming pool. But just how fast can it go? Now the propulsion of this craft is through 3 16-cylinder twin-turbo engines, and they're controlled from here. Yes, you heard that right, 3 V16s. And how much power do they make together? Well, you better be sitting down for this one. It's a combined 11,000 bhp. Manufactured in Ranchi under license from MTU of Germany, a Daimler-owned company. Each of these engines has 2 sequential turbochargers, a single ZF gearbox and cylinder deactivation, which shuts down half the engine. The biggest difference, however, between these engines and the ones we use in cars is that these use seawater for cooling, so there are no radiators and no large fans. The final drive is handled by 3 water jets. The jets pull in water through an intake at the bottom of the hull and then force it back through a nozzle under high pressure. And this is what provides both thrust and steering. The big question, of course, is what will she do? What you're seeing here is something we do every day back home. we rig our V-box onto the cars, we set the trigger off, and we take off from a rest. Normally we're looking for 100, 150, 200 if the car is really fast. And it's something we like to do when we test our bigger machines like this one. So, in the name of science and a little bit of madness, we're going to V-box this ship. To fully understand what the Cankarso is all about, you need a few kilometers of open sea, a strong stomach, and a firm hand on the throttles. As you can see, we're lolling in the water right now. Our forward speed is almost zero, and we're just waiting for the captain to give the sign. After that, it's going to be full ahead, and we're going to tell you how fast this boat really is. The deep rumble of the diesel engines turn hard-edged. You can feel the sea running past much faster, and then the harbour gives way to open sea. The jet-propelled boat now starts riding the crests of the waves like a giant sea monster. The bridge is regularly engulfed in spray, and the boat lurches and shudders as the nose drops into the sea like a battering ram. Of course, this is as far from a serious test as we've ever done, but just to give you some idea, this boat took around 400 seconds to reach 50 kilometers an hour. But what are the interiors like? The Cankarso's bridge has a captain's chair, but it's not like the one found on an Innova. The dashboard from left to right consists of a radar screen, steering, compass, and a moving GPS-like map. Controls for the engines and the water jets sit to the right of these, and further right are the remote controls for that 30mm cannon. The INS Kankar has accommodation for 4 officers and 45 sailors. By warship standards, equipment levels are pretty good. And there's also Tata Sky to keep the crew well entertained. And what about build quality, you ask? Well, let's just say it's built as tough as a battleship. We asked the captains of the ship what they liked most about their mounts.
We are basically designed to conduct anti-piracy and coastal security operations. These are the basic role of the ship. So anywhere we can be tasked around the coast or away from the coast based on the intelligence. We are a fast moving boat where we can intercept some of the pirate vessels which are operating at high seas.
Pirates don't come close to India because of us, and our sister boats are near other coasts, other ports.
The grey Ferraris are the perfect blend of destructive power, weight, size, speed, range, and shallow water agility. Just what modern low-intensity warfare demands. Look for them the next time you are close to the coast. We already have 10 of them in active service.